Hey guys, it's Allyssa LaScala here from Fit with Liz, and we're about to do part 2 of 4 when it comes to how to choose your weight loss or smart weight management supplements. So I started this off last night, with probiotics and why it is such an important part of your health regimen, your weight loss, your fitness regimen. And so, like I said, we're going to go through and do 4 segments. So today is 2 of 4 of the other important tools or components that I believe make up a good weight loss supplement. So today we're actually going to go into fat burners. Woo! So I get asked about them all the time. Honestly, when people see the Physique system, that's the first thing they ask about, like, how can I drop weight fast? Hey, Rachel, thank you. You're so sweet, you little baconator. All right, so when it comes to fat burners, guys, there are so many different reasons that people end up taking these, and they work in a variety of ways. So they have a thermogenic effect, so it's going to increase your core temperature. It's going to, increase your heart rate and your blood pressure, increasing your metabolism, making your body work harder, and it's going to also suppress your appetite. It can increase mood. So little bacon emoticons, I love you. So when it comes to the desired effect of a fat burner, though, the first thing I want to address with people is to make sure that your diet and your exercise regimen are on point first, because the last thing I want you to do is look at this as the easy way out. I know that we would absolutely love to be able to just have one little pill. Everyone wants the magic pill to make everything, be fixed. And honestly, the little yellow pill is as close as you're going to probably get to that. But the fat burner seems to be what many people think is going to bring them to their weight loss goal. And so when it comes to what you want to look for in a fat burner, that's what I'm going to go over today. So the things that you want to look for, the things you want to definitely stay away from, what you may not know about the nutritional labels when you're looking on there, and then the different side effects that can happen from it, especially depending on what the ingredients are within your fat burner. And then I'm going to tell you why I feel so strongly about the Physique fat burn being the best option that is out there. Okay, so the first thing that I want to make sure that you guys keep in mind is that you have to keep your expectations realistic. So regardless of whether you're using a fat burner or not, when it comes to weight loss, guys, look at 1 to 3 pounds a week. Even if you're taking a fat burner, you do not want more than that. Now, I will say, if you're in the first week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks of your weight loss journey, you may have more than 1 to 3 pounds in a week lost. Honestly, most of my clients, it does happen. There have been people that have gotten to the double digits within, 1 week, but you have to keep in mind how much weight do you have to lose, and think about how much water you were retaining. Think about, how much crap was within your gut that you are now getting rid of. So there's a lot of different factors that go into that, extreme weight loss within, the first 1 to 3 weeks. But look at 1 to 3 pounds per week. That's a healthy rate. Don't want anything faster than that. So regardless, don't have your expectations be any bigger than the 1 to 3 pound range. But when it comes to the types of fat burners that are out there, I'm going to address 2 different ones. One is with the experience that I had, which is why I'm passionate about making sure that people are properly educated on this, because it was not such a good one. And the second one is probably the most common one that I hear that people try, because you can find it in, Target and CVS and places like that. So my experience with fat burners, and the reason that I want to educate you guys on why to be so careful about them, is I was probably about 8 weeks out from my first figure competition. And so, I was already getting low in body fat, but I wanted to look the best on stage. I wanted to look the most ripped and lean. And so I decided to go into a local supplement shop. And I said, I'm not sensitive to caffeine because I have coffee, I have tea and things like that. And sometimes, I can get a venti latte and be fine. But I know I can't be overloaded, because I've gotten to the point where, I had a little too many 5-hour energies back in my, my high school studying days, and it was not the healthy way to do it, but I knew what happened when I had an overload of caffeine. So I said to him, give me something that is just, on the moderate side. So he did, and I said, now you're sure that this is not going to make me feel like I have a heart attack, which is what I was afraid of. And he said, yo, you'll be fine on it. Well, let me tell you, and you could ask my husband, because, we were dating at that point as well, that I got to his house by the time I took it, and I was laying in bed watching a movie with him, and I thought I was going to die. Legit, no lie, I'm being serious. I literally thought that was going to be the end and that I was going to have a heart attack, because I was laying there. I could feel my heart racing so fast. I could feel palpitations. I was sweating, but yet I was freezing. So I'm drinking a bunch of water. I'm trying to eat as much food as I can, thinking I'm going to absorb it, and nothing was happening. And honestly, I just had to ride it out. But that was the worst experience I ever had with a fat burner. I didn't have the knowledge at that point. This was back in 2013. So I really wanted to become educated, especially after that point, to know what to look for, because, you know, even the guy that was running the supplement store, he's extremely knowledgeable. So I trusted him. But you have to know, sometimes you just don't know what you don't know, and they can't know everything about every product. You know, in the end, I've done the research on this product called Synedrex again today, and 75% of the ingredients that are in there are not FDA approved now. Like, they're literally illegal in this country. So it goes to show you guys that, you know, I know that no vitamin or supplement needs to be FDA approved. It's not a drug, but you have to keep in mind that, you know, it takes months, sometimes years, for the FDA to go through and look at a supplement, you know, test it, make sure it's safe. And even if they say something isn't safe and they take it off the shelf, all the company has to do is change one little thing about it, put it back on, and then the FDA has to go through the entire process again and make sure that it abides by those rules again. So a lot of times, all they have to do is change one little thing, and you can still have like a very dangerous supplement on the shelf. So be aware of that, okay? So I will tell you that hydroxycut is probably the other most common fat burner that I see that people use. Like I said, you can find it in GNC and Walmart and Target and things like that. And, you know, it's been around for 20 years. They've changed their ingredients around multiple times because things become illegal or people start to die or have strokes. Hello. But, you know, look at the back of the label and you can see that there's 240 milligrams of caffeine in there. 3 cups of coffee. Now, I mean, some people, they would say, you know, that doesn't even do anything to me. Well, first of all, we have another issue with that. If you're not that sensitive to caffeine, we probably have to work on what's going on with your adrenals. But that much caffeine, you guys have to keep in mind that you should not be consuming any other caffeine other than that. No coffee, nothing, like no other stimulants. Travis said, what ingredients are you saying were illegal? A lot of them I can't even pronounce, so I'm actually going to post those ingredients within the comments after this. And that's also an important point that I was going to bring up, is that, you know, when you first look at the back of, you know, hydroxycut, it'll tell you about the caffeine, at least the label that I had seen. When you look at the back of Synedrex, it doesn't come out and say 240 milligrams of caffeine. But if you don't know that 7 of the other ingredients that are in there are still stimulants, they have the caffeine effect, they're caffeine-like ingredients, you don't know. So you think, oh, maybe this just has other stimulants, but it doesn't have the caffeine, Alyssa, so I'm okay. And that is not it at all. Yeah, ephedra, that's, you know, one of the more well-known ones, but I'm telling you, like, there's some that have, like, you know, multiple hyphenated parts. So I'll post them in the comments after this. But it's really scary because I had no idea. I knew it was going to have a caffeine-like effect, but as far as I knew, it didn't have any caffeine in it. So keep that in mind, guys. You know, a lot of different issues can stem from caffeine. I mean, everyone loves their I still love drinking coffee. Yes, I do have caffeine from, you know, my Axio energy drink. That's what I typically go to. But you have to remember that caffeine has multiple effects itself. So caffeine is a laxative. Caffeine is a diuretic, so it naturally pulls water from your body. You're dehydrating yourself. Caffeine is acidic, so it's going to, you know, affect your gut. I literally did just an entire Facebook Live on how important your gut health is, so keep that in mind. It increases peristalsis, which is the contraction of, you know, the muscles within your intestines to be able to propel, excrete toxins out of your body. So it causes a lot of extra stress on your GI tract. So think, again, if that's your second brain, you're really affecting your stress levels in your body. So caffeine, yes, it'll be able to help you focus a little bit. It's going to increase your energy. But guys, the point of having that in there and the point of having stimulants is because it is revving your body up. It is going into overdrive. So when you have this thermogenic effect, where your core temperature is increasing and your heart rate is increasing and your blood pressure is increasing, your body's burning more calories because it has to work harder. Your body's working harder to be able to lower that temperature to a safe temperature to be able to continue the processes as normal. And so, yeah, you're going to burn more calories. you're going to start tapping into fat stores. But think about what that does to your body over time. What happens is, whenever you have caffeine, whenever you have a stress in your body, which is, increasing the stress level by just consuming caffeine, you're releasing cortisol. So this is the stress hormone in the body released by the adrenals. Many of you guys have heard me talk about adrenal fatigue. Guys, if you consistently take these fat burners and you are constantly asking your body to do so much more than it's really made to do, you're gonna burn yourself out. I will tell you that I know that pre-workouts and overconsumption of caffeine and different fat burners absolutely contributed to my adrenal fatigue. And I'll tell you, you can't, most people don't fully recover from it when you get to a certain extent. You can work your way there, but it takes a while to heal, and I'm telling you, it's not worth it. So focus on the diet and the fitness aspect, and then if we get to the point where we want to add in a fat burner, I'll tell you that I do think that the Physique fat burn is the best that I have seen on the market to be able to present to a client. And I'll tell you why is because, first of all, you all know how passionate I am about science. The fact that there are clinical studies proving that it does what it says it does, that the svetol and the sinitrol, which are, two patented, fat mobilizing ingredients that are in there, they're proven to work, guys. They are safe, independent studies. Most fat burners that you see out there, they don't even have a study. They don't have any type of, clinical proof or evidence. You're literally just going off of what somebody says, and they can write anything. They put illegal stuff in there, guys. So think about what you're putting in your body. I know that we want to just achieve the results so fast. I totally get it. Trust me, I understand. But when it comes to first of all, you're just going to spend money on stuff that it's not really going to work for you. And you're going to cause... Of course, somebody decided to call me when I was in the middle of my Facebook Live, so I hope this is still working. But of course, they're going to be putting anything they can to be able to get you to buy the product. So, you have to be diligent with any weight loss supplement to make sure there are studies behind it. And if you can find one that does, that's awesome. And then make sure it's an independent study and it's not just one that was done by the company that they made extremely biased to make it look like their product works well. So again, oh my God, 2 calls in 1 Facebook Live. I can't believe it. Again, I love the Physique Fat Burn, and you're able to get it at www.holisticallyhealthyyou.net. I will post it in the link below because I had multiple people messaging me last night about the probiotic and the way to get it there. So it will be at the same exact spot. But when it comes to figuring out whether you want to get a fat burner, guys, do your due diligence. Don't just ask the person that's behind the counter at GNC. Make sure you're looking for studies. If you want to know of something that you took in the past, what I think about it, feel free to post pictures of it below. I will go back and, look at the ingredients. Like I said to Travis earlier, I'm going to post the ingredients that were in Synodrex that are the caffeine-like ingredients that were, specifically banned. So if you guys have any additional questions, I know that I will answer them afterwards. Lee, it looks like you said you can't buy it at GNC. No, it is an independent company not associated with GNC or a vitamin shop. So if you have any further questions, let me know and I would be happy to send you some more information. So thank you very much, guys. Be very careful when it comes to these. You don't want to add to more health issues than you may already have, and you will burn yourself out if you get a fat burner. Haha, that's a pun right there. If you get a fat burner that is going to drain your adrenals with stimulants. So hope you guys got some value out of this, and I will be doing the Physique protein shake tomorrow. I will announce that time later tomorrow. Have a good one.